Hello, welcome to Ancient Voice Rising. Our guest today is Connie Weaver. Hello, Connie.
Hello.
Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Okay. I didn't get to use my light, it was too bright. Did you see my light that I got?
Oh, I
It
see
was
it
too
in
bright
your
in
in
the
your
background. Did you see the picture? It says create your future. I was going to use it in the
okay, maybe
background.
not.
Anyway, how
Maybe
are you
not.
doing this evening?
I'm good. Let me shut this door.
Okay.
Then that timer's gonna go off. Okay.
Anybody looking to get your ancient voice heard, please go to ancientvoicerising.com and fill out the contact form. And today we are going to talk to Connie Weaver and discuss raw, authentic conversation.
Absolutely.
So as I said, she's my cousin. She's also one of my best friends. And she has a remarkable story. Um, I did something that I don't normally do, and I brought in questions because the last time we talked, we hit that did not record. So this is a redo,
Yep.
everyone. I was like, you know what? I wish I would have asked her that. I wish I would have asked her that. And normally I don't bring questions to the table because it's raw
Mm-hmm.
and authentic and spontaneous conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But because we did this before,
Yeah.
I had some things start coming up before our video, and I was like, man, okay, spontaneity, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. So, first off, please tell our viewers about yourself, and we'll just move from there.
Well, boy, that's a big can to unopen. Um, so my name is Connie Weaver, and I am Heather's cousin. And she invited me on here. I'm guessing for one of my whirlwind stories. I have several, but I was diagnosed with lobular metastatic breast cancer in March of 2025 of this year. And of course, that completely threw my world for a loop because, I didn't manifest it. So who did, right?
Mm,
So
right.
after I got through the shock of like, well, darn, then I decided that me and my higher self would be having a very good talking to when I got back um, out of this physical form. So, and then I decided, I'm not meant for cancer. I'm not really claiming it, but of course I'm going to have the surgery and we'll take it from there. So it was almost like hearing that you had a tooth that needed to be pulled and you went, oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess I see you as a survivor,
Mhm.
but I more see you as the woman that you've become through this
Mhm.
and not so much the survivor anymore. It's
Mhm.
more like I've seen you go through this process and
Mhm.
it's like, wow, like
Yeah.
she really is making it feel and look like an like it was there and
A
it's
tooth?
gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's kind of what it was. For me, I didn't have any big meltdowns. There were no tears. Actually, I think Jason teared up.
Mm,
But
I did.
so
I
yeah,
cried.
okay, yeah. So
Mm,
so but I knew that there was ways to combat it. I knew that I, even though being a naturalist and I call myself a part-time tree hugger, it's awful, I know.
No,
The
I
other
love
time I'm using dryer sheets.
it.
But
But isn't that the
anyway,
great paradox of everything, right?
isn't it? You
Hey,
know, so I settled on all natural dryer sheets.
there you go.
But exactly. But for me it was never a I'm gonna starting today completely revamp my diet and I'm going to beat this and I'm going to win and I'm going to receive cancer from my body through meditation and natural healing. For me, I was raised by a wonderful Christian mother.
Hmm.
And this story came to me just earlier this afternoon when I went, yep, okay, that's the one. But and she believed in the power of prayer and she believed in the power of God. And but she also believed that God gave us room to grow and to explore and to discover. And
Mm.
that also meant through science and through medicine.
Hmm.
And she used to laugh all the time and she'd go, those silly people. She said, I don't understand why they don't take advantage of all this wonderful medicine we've got around. She says, because you know God's standing on the sidelines going, here's your sign.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know how to read the signs, man, I'll tell you.
Yeah. So for me, it wasn't I'm going to retreat to Mexico and follow the guidance of some of those wonderful medical facilities down there that I wholeheartedly believe in. I just knew it wasn't my path.
Right.
I wanted the path of least resistance.
Mm.
And for me, that was surgery, quick and easy in and out. And then 6 months later, you'll get your permanent implants in if you're not suited to get them in the way, which I was not.
So
So
you had a double mastectomy,
I did.
and now you're getting ready
I
next week.
am next week.
Next week to
Yes.
go in and get your
Or not
implants.
next week, week after, 22nd.
22nd. Okay.
Yes. So Merry Christmas to me.
That's right.
I know. Absolutely. You know, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say, oh, of course I can, because this is a private channel. But I told Jason already, I said, just call me Tits Weaver for Christmas.
Love it. Oh my God. I don't know if your kids gonna love that, but I love it. Oh my God.
So, now I was also blessed. I did not have to go through radiation or chemotherapy.
Okay.
Um, I was, yeah, I told them go ahead and get every last little bit of it. I, and even when I told them, I said, because I won't be doing chemotherapy or radiation. And they said, well, we'll have to see once the tissue gets back from that fancy lab in California that tells you your oncotype score. And your oncotype score is somehow they have been able to pinpoint predicting within a certain percentage if that cancer will ever return or
Hmm.
not. And my oncotype score was very low.
Okay.
And so I was in the ballpark of there was nothing to radiate or there was nothing to come back. So that was wonderful. And then they
Yeah.
tried to get me to go on drugs that are aromatase inhibitors, and there's a couple of other ones that would have put my percentage from 10% of it never coming back to 5% of it never coming back. Um, and and it kind of irritated me that my oncologist led with fear
Yeah.
because I
So
looked
why would they have put you? Okay, what is the medication?
and an aromatase inhibitor blocks all hormones in your body. And I mean all
Oh,
hormones, not just the ones that the four that we're so familiar with right now, but But you've got thyroid hormones. You've got so many different hormones and stuff in your body. And I was like, no, absolutely not. I not for a 5% on the health toll that it would have taken. And they
Yeah.
wanted you on it for a minimum of 5 years.
Mhm.
And I said, Doc, I said, let's look at this in a different way. I said, what if you had told me that there's a 95% chance that you can live out the rest of your life and not ever have to worry about this type of cancer again? I said, those are betting odds. We would be on a plane to Las Vegas.
Yeah. Right.
Right? So, so I think one thing that this has taught me is, and most people know this, but every once in a while we have to be reminded in that thoughts turn into words and words turn into actions and actions turn into belief systems. So
Mhm.
you better bet your bottom ass that you beware of what you say.
Mhm. Yes, I am one that when a thought comes up, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, hold on a second. Don't just
Mm-hmm.
don't just run away. Don't just come through.
Yeah.
And let's hold on a second. Let me
Mm-hmm.
let me re- let
Explore
me
this.
let me sit with this for a minute and
Mm-hmm.
and and see where this is, why this is coming in,
Mm-hmm.
and let me use my discernment on how I want to react to this thought. Do I want to
Mm-hmm.
brush it away, or do I want to sit with it
Yeah.
and, really dive deep into it? Or is it
Mm-hmm.
even mine? Because,
Mm-hmm.
we can get other people's thoughts in passing.
Most of us have no new thoughts of our own.
Yeah.
They're all other people's thoughts, even if it was your great granny and you were only two. So,
I think it's really,
yeah.
really, I think it's funny that you brought that up, because I've had to do that a couple times today, matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, um, no, that's not something that I would even,
Mm-hmm.
that's just not in my realm.
Mm-hmm.
and and I sat with it and I felt into it and in your, in the body, and where it was landing, and it wasn't landing anywhere. And so I was like, all right, you're not mine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you came from somewhere, so
Mm-hmm.
let's just not judge it and move on and see
And
where,
now welcome it back.
and not welcome it back and see, just anyway,
Yeah,
that is such a large topic.
it really is.
Thought forms and all of that is,
Oh, it is.
it's such a large topic.
It is. And it's one that we could get into a lot. And it's fun to see where people bounce off of subjects like that because you
Hmm.
really get to see them, their belief. It's something that my family's always done, right? So this is
Hmm.
how you do it. This is how I was taught to do it. Um, and there's nothing wrong with the way we've been taught to do it, only there's probably 100 other ways to do it.
So what is your process then when you have a thought that you go, hey, whoa, hang on a second. Why did that come in? Why did that drop in? What is your process when you,
Depends on the thought. My process could be, well, no, that's just silly, and leave it at that.
okay.
Yeah, if it's negative or something,
Yeah.
yeah, that
If
like
it's
that's
not
just
something that that like, you're like going,
even buy into.
yeah, why would I
Mhm.
even, why would, why would that just pop in all of a sudden? you
Mhm.
know and you look at subconscious and unconscious and all states of consciousness,
Mhm.
and you go, did I pick this up? Is it coming in from my ancestors? Is it coming in from the future? Is it coming in parallel, or is it an actual a cellular thought?
Mhm.
from the body.
No, I just don't go into it that deep. Heather, I'm
Okay.
really lazy. I, I am. And that's not to say that I don't do all of my own spiritual homework, because I do. But I just maybe sometimes do it a little differently. And I think one of the things that we talked about last time that I think I'm going to go right back into with that segue
Okay.
is, yes, when thoughts like that come in, I'm like, is that something that I would do? Is that something I would act on? Is this just my ego having fun?
Aha.
Like, boy, right? It,
Yeah.
or is this something that, I'll think about it like that for a hot minute, and then I'll
Yeah.
go, good, fun to see play out. And then, nah. Shame on me.
Right?
So, but all of the, I, I'm starting to wonder if a lot of our consciousness and awareness, and how we're communicating it, and how we're, taking it, like the secret and the formula and the thought process and the this and the that, and it just reminds me more and more of all of these hoops that we had to go through for Christianity,
Hmm.
and it's not fun anymore. And
No.
I'm thinking, and but all of our leaders and all of the channels, um, that that we study with, and they're willing to share their knowledge with us, say fun. If you're not having fun, you're not learning, you're not growing,
Yeah.
and you're not experiencing. So I don't go into the real serious stuff anymore.
Hmm.
I do the fun. I have the fun. I have cake, and then I'll have dinner later,
Right.
when it comes to all of this.
Yeah. I think, or I believe that we go through like an unraveling of cycles,
Mhm. Yeah,
and sometimes our thoughts are worth looking at, and sometimes they're
mhm.
like, oh, that's, you know,
Yeah,
that's, even some of
yeah.
the teachers and
Mhm.
mentors and stuff that we have, that are sharing their wisdom
Do
and
that.
knowledge with us, they basically say the same thing. They're like, sometimes
Mhm.
you got to sit down and unravel.
Mhm. I
But
do that when I have a
excuse me.
visceral or a cellular reaction to something.
Yes, and that's what I'm talking
That is
about.
when I'll do it. But if it's a
Yeah.
fleeting thought,
Yeah.
I don't focus on the a whole lot, because that's
Yeah,
not
no,
where my
it's
energy
when
to
it
go
impacts your
anyway.
body.
But when it hits my body, I'll go, I wonder what that foul belief system is
Yes,
rearing its
that's what
ugly
we're talking
head.
about. So let's reclarify. Yeah. So
Yes.
when your body reacts to the
Mm-hmm.
thought that comes
Mm-hmm.
in a very
Yeah.
visceral
Mm-hmm.
way, then
Mm-hmm.
that is when it's time to go, okay,
Mm-hmm.
my body's reacting to what just
Mm-hmm.
popped in,
Mm-hmm.
but if it's just a fleeting thought
Passing.
that the body doesn't react to, then I definitely don't put over emphasis on it.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
where that's okay.
Okay.
Just so that everyone knows
But
that every thought
yeah.
that comes into their head, or that, if it's not
Mm-hmm.
felt it within the body, when you sit with it for a second, just go, huh, okay, do I feel this anywhere? Nope. Okay, good. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
And move on. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're starting to feel it within your energy field, then that's something worth sitting and
I,
acknowledging.
well, sitting and acknowledging, and then maybe exploring it in your sleep, in your dream state. Meditate about it. Um, re But even then, I take the lazy way out, and I don't dig the hole myself. I
Yeah.
just go, okay, so spirit guides, higher self, and
Hmm.
whoever else is in between. Um, I'm aware of it now. So we've opened that door. So I'm going to trust that you are going to bring to me the experiences that I need, whether they be ever so small or ever so large, to help me really identify what this is and why I'm holding on to it. And sure enough, they do. So I kind of just kick back now and go, it'll get to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know if having cancer maybe made me really patient. I don't know, but I am a lot more laid back than I used to be.
Well, there you go. Because my question, one of my questions that I had for you was, when you look back on this
Hmm.
process, you know, what
Hmm.
have you brought out of it? Um,
What I do want and what I don't want.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So what
yeah, and
makes
and and what's important to me
there? Okay.
and what's not, and what that would look like. And then it's even, I've started challenging some of my own belief systems as well, and come up with you know, even around abundance. So, because I think people always only think that abundance is money, but abundance is so many more things.
Hmm.
And
Very vast.
oh my goodness, so huge. Abundance can be anything from a hug when
Hmm.
you need one
Hmm.
to me getting a free cruise.
No, there you go.
Right? I mean, yeah. I mean, just because I didn't pay with it from my own money, from my own banking account, and I got it, doesn't mean that it was any less enjoyable. Actually, I think it was more.
Well, there you go.
Right?
I mean,
So just abundance, and looking at that as well, and redefining what that definition is, and how we see it. But
so
that's one
how
thing.
did you redefine it as far as, so did you take it just from looking at it from the aspect or the perception of abundance is just financial, like money
In the
gain?
beginning, I think that's what we all think. I think that's how we all think, because we're still in that financial world thought pattern, right?
Mm. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So when we start this journey, yeah, I think we all think that abundance is financial. And I think and I hear a lot of people manifesting money. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I love money, and
Yeah, I
and,
love
and money
money.
does come to me, right? But
My rent complex, my apartment complex, they love money.
they love money too. But I just think that they're limiting themselves. There's so much more out there that you can love. You don't have to love just one thing. And
Right.
when you redefine what that looks like, now you can love free gifts, great friends, beautiful evenings, no hurricanes if you're here where we are. I mean, so yeah, I think that's another thing that cancer has taught me, that for me, this is going to sound kind of funny because I'm looking for a bigger house, but I'm talking about downsizing. But we need a recording studio. We need an art place to do art. We've got offices. We've got three people elbow to assholes in this one bedroom office of ours right now. It's like, no, we need the space. But I don't want to fill that space with lots of stuff that
There
then
you go.
clutters my life and gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That was the
yeah,
one thing with me and Lexi with moving in here. We really wanted to go very simplistic,
mm-hmm,
and have needs met as far as inside, the
mm-hmm.
and minimalistic, but
Yeah.
comfortable and homey at the same time,
Uh-huh.
right? You know,
Yeah.
yeah, there's so many ways, so many different ways to look at it.
Yep.
Um,
So,
Let's talk about food and your naturalism
mm,
and
okay.
how that weaved in, no pun intended, how that weaved in
Hmm.
to this journey that you've been on.
Hmm. Um, so we're gonna stroll back again to that little Christian mom I've got. Only
Okay.
now I always laugh and I tell people I was raised by Christian hippies. Um, they we I'm telling you, and a lot of people in small beach towns or small country towns, they're like, oh yeah, we know what you mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, we grew up on the ocean, so we ate a lot of fresh fish. We did not eat anything canned or processed. There was no sugar ever to be found in our house.
Oh, wow.
Dad raised his own bees. Mom baked her own bread. There was ever we weren't allowed to drink sodas. We weren't allowed to chew gum, and we weren't allowed to eat candy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I think that was a little strict. I mean, like they expected us at the ripe old age of 8 years old to go to somebody's birthday party and not eat cake. Are you kidding?
So what did that teach you? I mean, what how like
Well,
so
I look
now
back
what do
at
you
it and I've been really healthy pretty much my whole life.
mm,
Um, and I think that it really gave me a healthy foundation in order for the rest of my life to prosper on. And so I'm really thankful for that now.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So and I took a lot of those teachings to heart,
Mhm.
even though I made fun of them in my maybe like from 20 to 25. But even then, I would cook wholesome. And we didn't eat a lot of takeout. And I still, for most of my adult life, I don't drink sodas. Every once in a while, I'll get one, and about halfway through it, it's like, oh, the syrup
Yeah.
can't do it anymore. But
Yeah.
so some of that really did stick with me. And and my mother has grown in her knowledge as I have.
Hmm.
So, and we've always tell each other the new things we find out and stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, she was so cute. I told her the other day, I said, yeah, I'm having find a good multivitamin. And she goes, oh, I gave that up. I've outgrown that. I just do ashwagandha now and or moringa powder, and I'm fine. I went, okay, she
Yeah.
might be onto something.
It's funny because, I've talked with you several times about
Hmm.
multivitamins and
Hmm.
multiminerals and DHEA and how, all that stuff affects your body and
Hmm.
um I've tried
Hmm.
multiple different multivitamins
Hmm.
and my energy field goes, it's like
Yeah.
we're already like you have the
Hmm.
wherewithal to understand your higher mind enough to know that
Hmm.
you are already, your divine innate is already bringing, because you've already programmed
Hmm.
it, you've already called it in. Now you just need to trust and let go. We got this.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah.
anytime I interject anything, the only thing that's really sticking that we talked about was the multi minerals.
Hmm.
That one
Yeah.
is doing great because of what
Hmm.
I just went through. So
Hmm.
my working with it with my innate system, my
Hmm.
body, my energy field,
Hmm.
um, it's working well. But everything
Hmm.
else is like, nope, you're good. Gonna boost this
Perfect.
up and
Well, you can always listen to Aunt Kathy and go get yourself some moringa powder. And
I
there's
mean,
millions of women all over the world that do just that. And I'm thinking about getting on that bandwagon. Right now I am on a cancer protocol for
yeah.
supplementation. and an osteoporosis. I don't think we found out that I had osteoporosis last time we talked.
No, we didn't.
Yeah. So I'm like, wow. And I do keep going back and going, hmm, what's going on here? And I'm going to tell you what I think. And
Okay.
that is a few years ago, I thought that it would be a good idea to try to go vegan. So, or vegetarian at least. So I did that. And then I also cut out dairy because,
Mm.
the dairy here, the dairy system is horrible. But anyway, it proved it. What happened was, I think my calcium just plummeted, and any other minerals, and my protein plummeted, which means that my body couldn't do half the stuff with what it did get to begin with. And
Mm.
so, um, and I went through menopause. So
Hit that
you
button,
throw
take
all of that
menopause.
together, you throw all that together, um, and I think that probably with whatever plastics I had in my system or whatever residual I had from the 80s, I'm not telling all of it.
90s,
It was the
early
80s.
2000s.
But but yeah, you just roll all that up and put it into a cancer ball. Put it in a boob, and there you go.
Oh my gosh.
But
Oh,
um, yeah, just all of it. You have to look back and you have to go, I created the perfect storm.
mm.
I created the perfect storm, and here I am.
Didn't
And
even
now
know
that
it.
I know better, I can do better.
There you go.
Um, and believe it or
Nothing
not,
is
I
reverse. Nothing is not reversible.
absolutely, and I've got, and I'm blessed enough, abundant enough to have a lot of the resources and tools to
Hmm.
be able to do that and get access to those resources and tools to be able to help me a lot faster than somebody that's not educated themselves about it and gone out to do that stuff. But one of the first things that happened was I called my nutritionalist, and yes, I have one, and I have a couple actually.
Well, I was going to
And
ask you like, if you, so the people
mhm,
out there that don't know how to even begin to research this kind of stuff,
mhm.
where would you send them to start researching this naturalism to help them with these challenges that they've given permission slips to come into their
Coming
lives?
in their lives, exactly. You can find Facebook pages that
Mm,
allow providers
hmm.
to post that they
Okay.
provide. Um, the wellness center that's got me started right away was Russell Chiropractic and Wellness Center in Hickory, North Carolina.
Okay.
And the first thing Dr. Russell did was put me on a carnivore diet.
Mm.
And he said, absolutely. And I said, well, I can't even have lettuce. For God's sake, it's grass. He said, no.
So meat only.
Meat and yogurt, Greek yogurt and honey.
Okay.
And I sat and I would hold a couple of different fruits. So I did that for about a good 3 weeks.
Uh-huh.
And then I started looking at a banana like it was crack. And I thought, yeah, something's happening here. So, so I did do kind of like the energy test,
Hmm.
and I do bananas, with either a little bit of walnuts or, um, almonds. I
Okay.
yeah, and then I can do Greek yogurt, and then I can do avocados.
Okay.
And then sauteed onions. I'm sorry. I do sauteed onions and mushrooms with my meat sometimes. So I'm not strictly carnivore, but I'm darn near close enough to it.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah.
So what is that? Did he explain to you what that does?
Well, first of all, with cancer and with um osteoporosis, there's an absorption problem. So it all goes back to the gut, the microbiome, and
Mm.
absolutely, and the metabolism and the and no, I'm sorry, I can't really think of the name of it right now, but yes, it all ties together, and obviously mine was screwed. So, um,
Something
yeah,
to ponder. It's
hmm
interesting.
it is, but I feel great. I feel
That's
great. The and of course, no bread. I mean, that's a no-brainer. But if I have noodles, or like, let's say we go out to dinner and I sneak a little piece of bread or something, my joints will hurt like arthritis the next day.
oh wow.
hmm So I'm sure I had lots of inflammation, and I think going back to a carnivore diet um, actually resets that. It eliminates any of the inflammation,
Oh wow.
because fruits and vegetables can cause inflammation depending on how you eat them,
Mm-hmm.
what they are
Yep.
in certain people.
Yeah.
Um, so and go figure, you would think my sister did an elimination diet and did carnivore and then started bringing some things back in, and come to find out her body absolutely couldn't handle celery.
Wow.
Celery. Who thinks
That's so
anybody?
interesting. Carnivore diet. I mean, the first thing that well, of course, that pops into my head is, big turkey legs, caveman style.
Well, you
Like,
could do
woo!
that.
Um, but what are some of like the other besides like Greek yogurt?
Mhm.
What makes Greek yogurt carnivore?
I think because it, what is it? It's fermented. The fermentation
Oh,
process goes longer, and
okay, gotcha.
so it probably eats through a lot of the lactose, and then converts that casein, which I believe is the protein in dairy. I
Hmm.
know you're going to get 100 messages going, the woman has no idea what she's talking about, but and they would be right.
Well, they can
But
research it.
it you can research it, and I think it's because of the way that it's fermented,
I was
and
just
that the
curious.
sugars are so low
I was
compared
curious about
to
it.
regular American style yogurt that is whipped full of
Mm,
corn syrup and fake vegetable and anything that says natural flavors, which we all know are chemical flavors.
yeah.
So it's just a pure product at the end. I'm going to try some cottage cheese next and see if I can start adding that back into my diet. I'm not going to stay carnivore forever, but
Why? Why? What makes you say that? Why wouldn't you?
um, well, I'm not going to state that I'm strictly carnivore
Okay.
forever, because I will incorporate other things. I mean, a good seasonal spaghetti squash or acorn
Okay.
squash, would be great. Or a
Yeah.
sweet potato. Let me get a sweet potato in maybe once every 2 months, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
so yeah, and it's really nice to find out what the body handles and what it doesn't. And you wake up and go, oh, that didn't work well.
Yeah. It's a science
So
experiment.
absolutely.
Oh
So
yeah. I do experiments on myself all the time. I'm like, nope, that didn't work.
exactly. So
Um, so for those starting their journey, what are some simple natural approaches that they could add into their daily life?
I'm
And
gonna
since
say,
we're on that carnivore
mm-hmm.
diet, well, would you call it a diet? No,
I'm
it wouldn't
gonna
be a diet,
say it's a lifestyle.
a lifestyle. So the
Let's call
carnivore
it a lifestyle
lifestyle.
choice.
So that basically brings you back down to zero to center, right?
I think it does for me. It sure
It does
has
for
for
you.
me.
Okay, so let's speak from that perspective. So it does for you. And then you can start adding some things back in to see how your body reacts.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Oh,
what would
eggs.
be what would be some of
Eggs.
the things that you would that like if someone were to start this and do this, what would be like some of the first like maybe five things that you would advise or not advise, but say that your experience, because this is not a diagnosis and this is
Hmm.
not
Yeah.
advice in a medical way. Um, but what are some five things that if someone was to go down this road that you would say, maybe start with these five things slowly and add them back in and see how your body
Hmm.
reacts first.
Yep. Um, a lot of this is going to be takeaways instead of
Mhm.
adding twos.
Okay.
And I'm going to say if you drink 2 sodas a day, stop drinking one of them
Okay.
and replace it with water with lemon and a
Okay.
little stevia. Make a little desktop lemonade if you need to.
Okay.
The next one is if you think that you're being healthy by drinking 8 ounces of orange juice every morning, start only drinking four because you're sending your glucose levels through the roof. And then that's causing that mid morning crash, which means you have to
Hmm.
go back to the cafeteria to get a donut, a bagel, or something else to
Yeah.
get that glucose level back out before you literally pass out before lunch.
Yeah. I learned to not drink orange juice a long time ago.
Any juice, any
Yeah. Well,
juice,
I don't, yeah, juice, period.
juice, period.
Mm-mm.
It will absolutely kill you as fast as sodas.
I will drink,
Um,
those little 4 ounce cans of Coke or Sprite. I
mm-hmm,
can maybe get 2 ounces now.
mm-hmm.
And I drank soda my whole life.
Yeah.
I could drink a soda before bed and be fine. And then I
Oh,
went years where I was drinking energy drinks after my back
yeah.
surgery. And I was like,
Mm-hmm,
oh boy, this is like, wow. Okay. And when I started getting tested for diabetes,
mm-hmm,
they're like, you're pre-diabetic. And I was like, what? What are you
mm-hmm.
talking about? And right then they were like, tell us what you on a daily basis. I'm like, well, I have some orange juice and I might have some Coke. I drink a little bit of water and I'll have a piece of fruit or I'll make a fruit shake. And they're like, okay,
Stop.
stop, stop right there.
Mm-hmm,
Like, you don't need to even go any further.
mm-mm.
And I'm like, you don't
No,
want me to tell you about the energy drink? They're like, just stop. And I'm like,
no,
okay.
yeah. Absolutely. So
So,
there's two things I would, or at least one thing I would tell them to add in, and that would be real butter. For God's sake, throw out the canola, throw out the vegetable oil. Go get yourself some single source olive oil, avocado oil, butter. If you're using margarine, throw it away. If it comes in a plastic tub, throw it away.
really? So,
Absolutely.
so you want to buy the sticks of butter?
Yep.
And why is that?
Because it's in a plastic tub.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah. So and real butter
I
doesn't go
really like
bad
my
on the
country crock,
countertop.
man. I tell you.
It's shit.
It is.
But real butter doesn't go bad on your kitchen countertop in just a little glass or plastic container. So you can keep it spreadable. I don't refrigerate my real butter. I just get a little container and put like a half of a cube in
Uh-huh.
and just throw it on the countertop. That way, if you like it spreadable, which most of us do,
Yeah.
it's still spreadable.
Oh, there you go. So what are
Yeah.
some other things that you would
Throw the
either
bottled
take
water
away or
away.
add? So what?
Throw the bottled water away.
Yes. Yes.
Find yourself a glass
Hmm.
container. I would even be really careful and make sure that it's a stainless steel. If you're going to get any type of metal, don't get anything cheap that
Right.
is going to leach paint or any cheap metals through it.
Right.
Um, but and call me crazy, but I whenever I get the the lemonade, the healthy lemonade or the kombucha bottles,
Hmm.
or like my family members will go to Starbucks and get the Starbucks iced coffee bottles.
Yes.
I keep all those
Hmm.
bottles and I refill them with our reverse osmosis system here and keep them in our back fridge like people would keep plastic water bottles back there. And people are, if they're thirsty and they need to take one on the run, they're more than welcome to take it with them, whatever. But I haven't drank out of plastic in probably 15 years.
Wow. Yeah, we
Uh-huh.
started over the past 3, 4 years
Mm-hmm.
starting to eliminate plastic in our
Yeah.
household.
Yep.
Um, every
I got
once
rid of
in a
my plastic
while, if
containers,
it's
all my Tupperware.
yeah, glass. Yep, we
Mm-hmm.
switched to glass
Yep.
containers.
Did
Um,
that a long time ago.
yeah,
And
once
cast
we've
iron skillets.
oh, yeah, that's
It takes a little bit getting used to those
oh
boys, let me
boy, it
tell you.
does.
Yeah, but once you do, whew, they're fantastic.
My mom loves them. Just has a
Hmm.
hard time lifting them.
Yeah. Tell her to keep trying. That's what's going to keep her healthy.
Um, that woman, I'm telling you what, she runs. I mean, even in the state that she's in right now, she's going through, she just had some stuff done. Even in her
Hmm.
state now, she still runs circles around us. It's 78 years old almost. Just,
Hmm.
it just blows my, it's like, wow. Um, support during this. When,
Hmm.
I'm trying to frame this in a way. Um, where did your main support system come from?
With inside the house here. And actually,
Okay.
my primary main support system came from me. I just tapped into my higher self. And
Okay.
I was actually very calm. I just wasn't worried. I just didn't see it to anything to be worried about. And
Right.
then, of course, my 21st century Connie kicked in and she reminded me that anesthesia could be something to be worried about. So that got me anxious for a few days before my surgery. But other than that, it never occurred to me to be worried. It just, I
It was
just wasn't. I
non-existent.
just knew it was just not going to be an issue. And so it wasn't. So I told only very few people. I'm coming out with it now because I just think that people know that everything is what you make it,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
And I just chose that I just wasn't, it wasn't going to take me to my knees. I knew I was already a survivor. Um, so I didn't worry about it. But of course, Jason was there, and so was Mac,
Okay.
um, my youngest, who's still at home. But
Did you have any outside support systems, like anyone going through this?
I called, no. You know what's really funny is I thought, well, maybe if I start losing it later, which I know I won't, maybe I should try to join a Facebook cancer group.
Uh-huh.
Um, and 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 I don't know why, because I answered it honestly. I answered all the questions honestly. And they denied me access. I laughed, I howled, I was like, well, there's your sign.
There you go.
You're okay. You don't need to be part of the victimhood.
Did you find that, like any of your relationships within your support system that you had in your home and outside the home, maybe your mom or whomever, did they strengthen during this?
Mine and Jason's did,
Okay.
and mine and Max did, because they were here with me day in, day out kind of thing. Mom came down for a week, and that was fabulous right after the surgery and help. I think that here's what's really weird. I think the relationships that are important and I know are productive and positive in my life have been strengthening. Um, and the others, it's like, they're slowly falling to the wayside.
I see
Um,
that.
yeah, they're falling to the wayside, and it's and I'm remembering that those I am special, and only a select few gain access to me.
Mm, there you go.
So, and that is part of the minimizing my life. I think I'm focusing on different areas. I'm going to be focusing more on the Orlando Organization of Independent Filmmakers, the Orlando branch here.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to go hang out and do fun stuff with fun people that I like instead of trying to like people because I'm supposed to.
There you go. I love it. Yeah, I've stopped doing that a long time ago. I'm
Hmm.
like, I just it, it's just
Yeah.
it's not judgment or anything. It's not it's nothing. It really turns into like if I can't be who I am,
Mhm.
that's not that's not my problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
If
And
I can't be who I am,
mhm.
then you know, take care
Mhm.
because you're sliding down the
Abs-
slide the other way.
Yeah, and
I'm
there
gonna
is
keep
no
on.
judgment. It just happens that, I like golf and you like tennis
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. It can,
yeah.
that's the thing that's very important because it can be that simple.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um, it can definitely be that simple.
Hmm.
And we tend to make it way more than it needs to be.
Drama.
Excuse me. I've still, I got that cold and I'm still
Yeah.
coughing a month later.
Hmm. You
And
need
it's
some
like,
moringa. You need some moringa.
I'm starting,
You need some moringa.
I make homemade elderberry.
Hmm.
And it's an antibacterial, it's an antifungal.
Hmm.
It's acts as an antibiotic.
Hmm.
It's an immune system booster, strengthener.
Hmm.
And I had a bottle in my freezer and a bottle in my refrigerator.
Hmm.
And I'm sitting here just and I'm like going to the fridge and I look at it and I shut the door and I walk off. And I'm like, so I go, why am I not just taking my elderberry? Because this is actually what I made it for.
Hmm.
So I started taking it within 2 days. It's gotten like it's starting to go away. And I'm
That's
just thinking,
awesome.
God, what realm have I been in during this?
Sometimes,
Woo!
yep, it takes more than once.
I sit there and stare at it. I'm
Mhm.
like my spirit's going, just pick the damn bottle up and take it. I mean, it's like it works for you. And
Yep.
I'm just like shutting the door and like walking around
Hmm.
and
Well, wait till you hit menopause. Then it won't be that you have anything that you're trying to overcome, or you just can't remember. You'll go to the refrigerator and go, "Why am I here
have done that. And I have already hit menopause and
again?"
I hit that button a long time ago. So
Mm.
um
That's
I,
right.
I created a container for menopause and
Hmm.
I took it off pause and let it slide on
Hmm.
out. Um, so I've been doing really good with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I am choosing to go back on hormone replacement therapy, bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. And I've been researching a lot of the new science that's coming out and has been coming to the forefront for about a good 3 or 4 years now
Okay.
that is proving the old science incorrect. Um, Hormones don't cause cancer.
Hmm.
Um, Imagine that, because if they did, we'd all have it,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Um, so I'm gonna work with another naturopath and nurse practitioner here in the state of Florida, and I'm gonna start that journey
Yeah.
real soon too. So I'm very excited about that.
All right. And is that and that so
Absolutely.
it's all natural hormone therapy. So it's no synthetic.
You know, that's not necessarily true, but some of the synthetic will react in your body the same way that the natural stuff would.
Uh-huh.
And it's actually safer and easier because they can precise dose it.
Okay.
And that's the same thing with thyroid medicine. I was an all natural thyroid, dissected thyroid prescription girl for years. Um, but the lab tests, I kept running out of it and I couldn't get it at the pharmacy because the dosage would always fluctuate because it was a natural product. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So, even though it says 75 milligrams on it, there might really only be 40. So, if
Hmm.
you don't go through a provider that is going to lab test each batch,
Hmm.
you don't really know that for sure. And plus, they just couldn't get it because of those issues. So I just switched over to good old synthetic thyroid medicine. And and it's just been so much easier and I respond well to it.
Okay.
So absolutely. So that's again one of those things that just because it's man-made doesn't mean it's bad all the time.
Right.
Um,
No, I'm a believer in that.
Yeah, I mean,
I believe that
we
there's a balance there.
absolutely. I mean, we have such a wonderful world that we have humanity and technology and medicine, and we're all advancing. So
Hmm.
it would be foolish to turn it down because I need to be all natural
Yeah.
all the time kind of thing. Now, am I a grass-fed beef, grass-finished beef and butter girl? Absolutely. Am I a no antibiotic organic chicken out free range? Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you can get it local, absolutely.
Mm.
Anything that you can do like that, yes. But at the same time, recognizing that there might be easier ways to get to your end goal.
So
So,
wrapping this up,
mhm.
this part, because you said something that caught my attention that I want to move into. Two more things that you would either have someone eliminate or bring into as if someone were going to follow the carnivore, um,
Mhm.
if they were in your position. Um, what are two more things that you would either that you would ask them to add or that you would advise them to add back in it's from your experience?
Um, I would tell them if you're gonna try it, bacon and eggs gets old.
Okay.
So explore. There's so many different meats. Go to your Asian market in town.
Okay.
There's so many different fishes that all have different tastes and flavors. I mean, and then, I discovered, believe it or not, beef trotters, which are cow's feet at my Latino market, and I made bone broth. I made beef bone broth out of them. But because of all that collagen in the feet, it's 10 times higher in collagen than the regular old chicken or beef
Okay, but
broth
how
that
does
I
it
would
taste
make.
really?
Oh my God,
How
it's so
does it
good.
taste really?
It's so good. It's
Does it
so
taste like
good.
a ribeye with fat on it, or does it taste
Yes.
Cow feet.
No, it tastes like a ribeye with fat, with lots of fat. It's
Oh,
nice and
really?
good and thick and fat
Oh,
and
wow.
satisfying.
All right.
Yeah, it's so delicious.
So you wouldn't want to throw any A1 sauce on top of that.
You can.
Oh, okay.
You can do anything you want on it. But go for the all natural stuff as much as you can that your pocketbook can afford and your palate can afford, and try different stuff.
Yeah.
I love buffalo hamburgers.
Okay.
I love venison.
Yeah.
Um, I love quail. I love the different birds. I love goose. I like a good duck. Um, so expand your world, climb out of your own little bubble and go explore the rest of the world, because there's lots of meats out there other than just beef or chicken.
There you go. I like that. I like that.
And
Yeah.
eat it with real butter.
So, and eat it with real butter. Got it. I'm going to look for that.
Oh, and number five or six, but throw away your refined salt. You need unrefined Himalayan pink sea salt, black sea salt, brown sea salt, mountain salt, whatever it is. Just make sure that it's not been refined or bleached or anything. And if it is, throw it away.
Okay.
Actually, I use it to scrub copper bottom pots and stuff with a lemon. What I
Oh,
use
wow.
table salt for. It's
Okay.
a good abrasive. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So now that you're kind of coming to the tail end of this, you're getting ready to have your surgery
Mm-hmm.
and all of that, you're getting on your hormone replacement, and
Mm-hmm.
you just said something. Um, you are getting ready to sit or be on the what now? The
I am the Organization of Independent Filmmakers.
independent filmmakers. Okay, so
Hmm.
talk about
Hmm.
that a little bit. That's interesting.
Well, they're my friends, and I'm not an actress, but I love to cook and I have a really good eye for decor. So I help out with craft, is what they call it when you supply the food on set,
Yeah.
and I help out with set design.
Yeah. We used to do
So
that.
I'm gonna
We used to do the craft in the club all the time too.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start doing that some more, I think. I'm gonna
Awesome.
start, yeah. So it's a great organization. We have chapters in Orlando and Tampa. I think there's one up and coming in LA. There's one in Atlanta, Georgia. There's one in New York City. And I think that the founder actually has been talking with some people in France.
Wow.
Paris or Rome. I can't remember which one went in, but yeah. So and it consists of 8-minute films, so they're shorts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you have a certain genre that you pick out of for that quarter's film festival, or where you're going to be entering your film in, and you have a select amount of time to film it and to cast and then to edit it. And editing takes almost as much time as the filming, if not more. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
always the back end stuff. It's like when you paint, the painting's easy, cleaning the brushes suck. So, so, but yeah, I mean, and Jason has acted for in a few films for a
Okay.
few people there, and so so that's how we got into it to begin with, and then they've just become my friends. They're a great group of people, and they introduce me to new, interesting people all of the time. So,
Are they an open organization where anybody
yeah,
can come in and awesome.
absolutely, they're an open organization. We encourage
So
it.
with that, with that coming in, that you've
Mhm.
been doing that for a while, doing the craft for
On and
the
off. Yeah, on and off. I haven't done it for the 2025. I didn't
oh
have the
right.
energy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I mean, this has
So
been a low energy year for me.
so you see yourself the next part of your journey.
That I'm going to be doing that. We've also got Tiki at the Bodega. which is
Yes,
our
please talk
t-shirt
about.
shop.
Mhm.
Yep, we've also got that. We don't have a whole lot going on with that. Somehow the universe just kept kind of putting roadblocks in, kind of putting a lot of roadblocks in that we're saying you're good where you are with that right now. The website's beautiful. You can order products. We do have a few designs on there, but not as many as we want to get uploaded. But there was too much going on in 2025 and we just didn't have the energy to put into that. So
Yeah.
the other t-shirt company, Peckerheads, which is mine, which isn't up and running, will get up in 2026 as well. But Tiki at the Bodega, what we've decided to do to promote it is to yet again minimize and go to the bodegas. There's towns and cities all over, even just Florida, that have bodegas, the corner bodegas in
Yeah.
them. And if we are going to be part of that culture and tiki at the bodega, then we should really embrace that.
Yeah.
And and um
So do the
and
local shopping
to do the
at the
local
at the
shopping,
bodegas.
absolutely at the bodega. So that and then see if some surf shops and stuff around the beaches will carry on the actual material ones other than the ones you can order online. But
Right.
I would love to see that one day turn into a really cool Polynesian restaurant and resort,
Oh, wow.
like a hotel resort where you got the
Yeah.
Polynesian dancers and everybody is just knee deep in pina coladas.
That sounds amazing. I
It
love it.
does.
That sounds like fun.
So, uh-huh. So,
I'll be
so,
on a pina colada float out in the pool.
there you go. That's exactly right. And I'll be in the one that has the palm tree up above
Okay,
your
there you
head,
go.
right? But yeah, I mean, and so that's three things that we've got going on. I
Okay.
think we also want to move a little bit further on the outskirts of Orlando
Okay.
and get some property and really or something. We're gonna start somewhere, even if it's just little, but yeah,
Getting out of city, getting away from kind of getting on
yeah.
the outskirts and getting out of the the noise,
Hmm.
the noise of it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. That I was most excited about where we moved when we first came to Jacksonville to where we are now. We're on the
Hmm.
we're on the west side and we're away from the noise. It's such a different just where the even the place where we live is surrounded by woods and water, and
Hmm.
learning how to live with alligators is like okay.
Oh, they
um
don't bother you.
I
They
was
don't
like,
bother you. They pay no attention to you.
just don't feed them.
Just don't feed them and don't walk your
I
dog
won't
near
be
them.
tossing chicken off of my patio.
That's probably a good thing either way.
Yeah, probably. But seeing how I live on the third floor, yeah. But yeah, just the noise of everything, the difference just 30 minutes away from one
Hmm.
location to the other.
Yep.
What like the hugest difference.
Hmm.
It
And the
was
energy, they
it's
all hold their own energy stamp and
yeah.
frequency, and you can feel it.
You oh the it's I can't get over the I
Difference
sometimes sit and go, I can't believe the difference in the energy from just one
where
place
you
to the
were.
other.
Oh, absolutely. Where you were has been chaotic for the past 35 years. It's been a chaotic frequency like that, and especially since it's grown.
Yeah.
Mm. As we lovingly call that, there it's just everybody's elbows to assholes.
Yeah.
Just
No, it is.
squeezed in.
Yeah, and it's kind of I was worried about that. Well, I mean, it crossed my mind being in an apartment complex, right?
Mhm.
But it's really the energy of the land and the place around here
Mhm.
that just brings that. You've got the water and the forest and we're right behind the pool, and
Mm-hmm.
it's got water fountains in it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So the ambiance
It's
and even
beautiful.
just the traffic on the road is so
Yep.
much different,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Even coming and the going through the gates and stuff is so, it's just so different. It's so
Yeah.
fluid
Yeah. But
than
then that's where
where
you're
we were.
supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm so grateful. I'm so
Absolutely. And think
grateful
of
to
how
get
cute
away
that tush is going
from
to look living on the third floor.
that. Yeah, it is not that three flights of stairs, concrete, straight
Mhm.
up.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got to go down them to check the mail. If you
Yeah.
forget something in your car, you got to go down them. I'm thinking, thank God I
Yep.
don't have an animal right now because
Yep.
that poor thing would be,
Puppy pads.
woo! Oh my gosh.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
when I leave the house now, I leave it intentionally.
Yep.
And when I come and I go and I get everything
Every
done,
day. Yep.
and I bought these big bags so that I can put
Uh-huh.
all my groceries in them and bring them all up at once. If it's refrigerated, it comes up first because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be coming back down the steps for at least another hour or two.
Yeah.
So I leave it in the car because I tell you, I get to the top of the steps and my legs are like this.
Oh yeah. You'll get stronger, I promise. Promise.
Oh my gosh.
So
And I laugh at myself trying to get to my door. I'm like, damn, I'm 52 years old and my legs are like this. And I've got like two doors to go to get to
uh-huh.
my front door. And I'm going, I'm not gonna
Yep.
fucking make it.
Go get an outside bench and put it right at the landing, right by the stairs, so you can pop a squat and rest
I
a
just
minute
sit on the
before you
steps
walk
and I
down
just
the
go goodbye.
hallway.
Like, just walk by me.
Yep.
I just I'm like, I'm just gotta sit down for a minute. I'm sorry. And I
Uh-huh.
take my grocery bags and I swing them up the stairs. So they'll sit on the stairs in front of me.
Yep.
That takes some of the weight off. Oh, it is hysterical, but it's so funny. I laugh so hard because I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
what the heck is wrong with you?
That's okay. You know what? I laugh all the time too. I've started taking walks in the middle of the day to get
Yeah,
air, fresh air, sunshine, and exercise. Get a little
yeah,
blood pumping, right?
yeah.
So, and some sunshine, or it was sunshine. Now I'll be in a long sleeve shirt soon, but
I've been wearing layers here in Jacksonville lately.
yeah. Um, but I would go on walks, and our old gas grill, and it was just a little camping grill. The gas pieces in it rusted out.
Uh,
And I looked at Jason and I said, "Oh, let's keep it for a charcoal grill. Just throw all the gas components out and keep it for a charcoal grill, and we'll go buy another gas grill." It's like, that sounds good. I said, but when we're not using it for charcoal, if we want to use it for charcoal, we can use it as a fire pit
oh,
because it's
there you
low,
go.
it's close to the ground.
Okay.
And so now I'm the crazy lady that walks around with her headphones on, her a little homemade phone carrier because my sundress doesn't have pockets. So now I look
Right.
crazy. And now I'm hauling like dead tree limbs and sticks home from my walk. I said, people are going to look out their windows during the day and go, "Oh, it's just the limb lady."
Oh my God, Jeremy, when I was making the brooms and stuff for people,
Uh-huh.
I would I would be driving
Do the
back to the
same thing.
grocery store and my car would be full of like tree limbs and stuff. The
Yep.
walking Bronx in Jersey, and he would be dragging like whole trees back. And he was like, what are we? I'm like, this is money right here. I'm like, this is like I see so many things I can build out of these. And like he started one day started throwing stuff in the fire pit, and I was like, And I'm like, I just measured that. I'm like, I'm going to make a broom out of that. I'm like, stop burning my wood.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I'm burning the wood,
Yeah.
but none of these. Now I'm gonna look at them and see if there's gonna be any good broom material in it. Darn
Yep. And
it.
and rain sticks, all kinds of stuff.
I've got enough rain sticks. I bought a rain stick in Mexico. I love it.
Mm.
Was it Mexico? Where did I buy that dumb rain stick? Or no, it was the islands. Bought the rain stick in the islands.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Well, you look great.
well, thank you. I've got something going on with my eye. It's all puffy and it's not I have a sty, but just so happens I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so it kind of worked out well.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So,
Uh, well, it's been good talking to you and
it's
catching
been great
up.
fun.
And
Hmm.
the last one didn't record, so I was glad that we were able to redo this and
Hmm.
um, just catch up and see where you're at and give the community some options to look at if they're ever crossed with this challenge. Um, and just laugh and enjoy raw, authentic conversation. I love talking to people like I'm just on the phone with them
Hmm.
because you get the little nuggets. You get the
Hmm.
little nuggets there,
Yep.
you know.
Absolutely.
Um,
Hmm. So, and I will, for anybody in Florida, I will reach out to my nurse practitioner and see if she's okay with us sharing her contact information to get a hold of her for hormone replacement therapy
okay,
here in the state of Florida.
I can add that
And
to the comments at
yeah,
the
and we can add that to, and then we can add the other wellness center as
yes.
well for people that want to go that route as well. So
Does he do online?
I don't know. I always do
Uncle Tom
phone
got
with
online
him.
yet or not?
He has Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
He has Facebook page. So
Okay.
do have that so we can shoot them in that direction if need be. But yeah.
We'll put all the links below.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll
And
shoot you that info.
okay.
Because
That's so-
I had to go get some blood work done at Quest, and all the Quest women are in different stages of hormonal function, and they were like, "Oh, you got a provider, and she does telehealth. Give us her number." I'm like, "Well, let me reach out to her."
yeah.
But yeah. So I've got all the ladies at Quest Diagnostic wanting her information as well. So yeah, and have me back on. I've got some great friends who um are researching a lot of different stuff. The
Okay.
gluten, I've got a filmmaker here in Orlando that just released a autobiography or a documentary about gluten, the
Okay.
joke of gluten,
And the
um,
iodine.
and the
I thought
iodine.
the iodine research was brilliant.
Yeah, did you read any of it or
Yeah, I
check
did.
up on some of it, Dr. Brownstein? Yeah,
I did. I was like, whoa.
why are they not telling us this?
Exactly. Why do
Yep.
I know this? So this
Yeah.
to you. We're gonna
Yeah,
bring it to you.
absolutely. Absolutely. And then I've got I don't know if she would be available. She's going back from her master for her PhD. But she is a force to be reckoned with as far as feminine energy goes. So um
Okay.
yeah, there's a lot going down here in Central Florida.
Well, there's a lot going down everywhere.
Isn't there though?
Mm. But we need to
Mm-hmm.
get people need to know where to get validated research
Mm-hmm.
that they can trust.
I can give you a couple of links to the physicians like Dr. Eric Berg on YouTube. I follow him. And oh my God, he's fabulous. Dave Asprey. I like
Will you
him. Hmm.
send me their pages so that I
Hmm.
can put them in the description for the viewers so that they can, anybody that's starting this journey, they can, there's
Hmm.
support
Oh, tons of
and
it.
research and information that they can actually trust and learn from to help them support them on this journey.
Hmm.
And I think that getting more validated,
Hmm.
validated information and knowledge out there
Yeah.
along, with what we're doing here,
Hmm.
bringing that to the forefront and saying, hey, yes, we may be projections, but, while we're here, we're still living a life. And
In this third dimension, and we
in
have
this,
to honor that.
yeah, we do. We
Hmm.
do honor
So,
that.
so yeah, I just heard
It's
Bashar talking the other day. He was like, if you cut your arm off in the third dimension, I don't care how often you manifest it, your body is not designed to grow another limb. So we still are going to have those limitations.
yeah. Well, you can actually grow limbs back, but it takes
Okay.
a lot of, um, we'll leave that there. But Bashar does go
Yeah.
back and talk about, and there are shamans that
Hmm.
um, do help teach others how to grow limbs back.
Then
Um,
they are not vibrating in a third dimension frequency. Not
no,
those shamans.
no, they're not.
No.
No, they're not. And so that's another show for another day.
That would be awesome. I would love to
Yeah.
learn about it.
Yeah. Bashar was,
I,
Daryl Anka was talking about it on a different show. I came across it
hmm.
earlier today.
Hmm.
That you can, that, but look, there's sometimes you got to let your spirit catch up with your body. And that's been my biggest lesson this year, this 2025, is
Hmm.
I'm so spontaneous and instantaneous that they were like, okay, we need to, you need to understand or understand or learn the lesson of patience, of letting, you've gone so far in the future that you
Hmm.
need to come back and have
Hmm.
patience and let your body catch up with your spirit. Because
Hmm.
your spirit's like 10,000 years in the future and your
Yep.
body is here in 2025.
Hmm.
So it was like, so
Yeah, you got to
that was
stay
a big
still.
deal for me.
You have to be plugged in and turned on in order for the upgrade to take place.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta you gotta plug that sucker in. So yeah, that's what I've learned. Um
Hmm.
and then just, watching your journey and listening to you and talking to you through this has been uplifting, and how you've reacted or not reacted,
Hmm.
become non-reactive to certain, you know,
Hmm.
bumps in the journey that you've just gone
Hmm.
through, was very inspiring for me.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. It's,
Yeah.
people didn't used to survive this,
No, they didn't.
and they didn't, and they surely didn't thrive in it.
Hmm.
But not only did you survive it,
Hmm.
you thrived through it.
I did. I did. Yeah,
That's
I,
that shows. I mean, if that doesn't
hmm,
say something to people, I don't know what does.
yeah,
Anything is possible.
yeah,
You
I'm,
sitting here today is
yeah, And that's one reason why I didn't tell a lot of people I had breast cancer. Because I didn't feel like getting the cancer face and then having to explain to them that it really wasn't anything to worry about.
Yeah.
And then they would go, "Oh God, Connie's lost her marbles," you know.
Well,
But it so
who
I
cares
just didn't
anymore?
even tell most people. Um, but it's like now that I'm on the other side of it, it's easier for people to go, "Oh, okay," you know.
Yeah.
So that's but yeah, didn't even and I'm still trying to figure out why this was put in as part of my journey. So this journey's not over yet. There's
Mm-mm.
still some cool stuff that's going to happen out of this. I
Yeah.
just don't know what it is yet.
Yeah. One moment at a time, one day at a time,
Hmm.
one step
Yep,
at a time. There you go.
absolutely.
Well, I love you. And don't forget to send me those links. I will be
Okay.
downloading this and putting it on YouTube tomorrow.
Okay.
And I hope everybody enjoyed the conversation.
Hmm.
Um, and we'll get the research links out for you. And we're going to do many more.
Yeah.
This is an opener to very large extent conversations.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of open doors within this
Hmm.
hour and a half
Absolutely.
that we're going to expand on and
Yeah.
get very creative in.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the next one.
Hmm. Me
Yeah.
too.
All right. Well, you go get some rest
I
and
will.
I love you. And
I love
thank
you
you
too.
for being on my show. I appreciate it.
It
And
was
I'm
my
glad this
pleasure.
thing's recording this time.
Yeah, I know, right? That's okay though, because you and I always have fun.
We do. We have amazing
So
conversations.
doesn't
And I
doesn't
love
matter.
it's just raw, authentic. I had a
Hmm.
few that I like just that came up, those questions. I was like, there was a couple things that I wanted to kind of
Hmm.
ask. And
Yeah.
but normally I don't. Normally it's very raw, authentic, spontaneous. We go where we go. If we forget where we were, we go somewhere else, and
Yep.
it all works out and it all comes back together.
Yep. It does. Okay,
All
my
right.
dear. Mhm.
Thank you. I
Bye.
appreciate you. Bye.
Bye.